Peace and love to the gods and the goddesses. I go by the name Black Poet, act like you know it, and this is No PC Radio, and I'm rocking with
Shelby Love.
And G and Ski.
Kai Rose.
Johnny Storm 911.
and we're going to get straight into it. I don't know which one of these things I want to start with. I'm going to start with the Diddy and Cassie thing because I think that's the easiest.
Okay.
And I don't have much to say
And everybody's
about it.
talking about it, and the trial's almost over, and yay, we can move on with life.
Maybe.
Okay. Because there is elements in that story I can talk about, but then it by itself makes me want to springboard on other things. Let me start with that, right? Do you think Diddy by himself is the ringleader of human trafficking in Hollywood?
Absolutely fucking not.
No, of course not. What? It's not one person. It's not one person.
No,
It's bigger than hip hop.
It's way bigger.
And it's
It's
bigger
bigger
than
than
him for
hip-hop,
sure.
man.
Yeah, it's not such a huge industry, and you don't find the rates being in damn near 500,000 anywhere you look globally if it wasn't such a big operation. It's definitely,
sure.
definitely
For sure.
deep state, definitely government. Like, it's way bigger than Diddy.
Don't be
just got
afraid
more
to play with that. Bring
opportunities,
it
you
to
know.
Yeah.
They just got more opportunities, can have more money, so they are introduced in around a lot of things more. But like it's everywhere. Honestly, like I work for a company that brings in young girls who has been in human trafficking, and a lot of victims actually don't realize that they are being human trafficked. So it's also a manipulation game too.
Human trafficked, sex trafficking, or organ trafficking, like what types are
Sex trafficking.
Okay.
Sex
Okay.
trafficking.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I mixed up the language. Definitely
No,
got
that's
to
okay.
that. But definitely like sex trafficking. Like a lot of victims who are victims of sex trafficking don't actually realize that they are being trafficked.
How is that?
Just because
Young.
the manipulation.
are they like befriending them?
For
Yeah,
sure.
it's
Making
like they take certain people who are able to be manipulated to make it seem like they are doing something good for you. And that's how they're able to get you. A lot of people don't think that you are the abuser during sex trafficking.
I mean, that would technically be the best for business, right?
Right.
Because they wouldn't be able, they'd be able to get into it better if they don't think something's wrong here.
Yeah, something's wrong
Which
here.
is
So
sick.
then once they're manipulated, like I feel like it's different levels to it. I feel like there are people who get in and stay because of the money. So then you have the people who are okay with what they're doing, and then I feel like there's the other side where they like literally being coerced by somebody who's in it, thinking that they're friends, and then they become like almost like a slave type situation where
Absolutely.
they just can't
Because
escape.
cognitive dissonance start clicking in. Like you it's kind of like your abuser become your
family, your mentor,
your savior at the
Yeah.
sense. You know, like somebody that you like. You all I have. So it's so
so
much
they
deeper.
targeting certain people.
Yeah, it's
For
so
sure.
much deeper. And I just think like, you know, just with the world how it is now, I just think that Diddy just in the spotlight because of they trying to take Hollywood down in general.
Good
So
way to walk us
I
back.
think he said that.
And don't forget he did that one business move that kind of.
I was gonna say, like, didn't we talk about that before?
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Like he just
Something
got
with
from the wrong side of somebody.
with Ciroc or whatever.
Yeah.
The company behind that, and then all of a sudden,
Boom.
yeah.
Exposed.
Wait.
For sure.
I mean, I don't want to get too off topic or digress too much, but what happened with Ciroc?
I can't remember the story.
So basically-
they mentioned it, and then it was just kind of
Diddy
like.
sued the owners of Ciroc. Not Ciroc is a subsidiary of a bigger conglomerate.
Okay.
He sued the subsidiary because agave, I guess is what you make tequila out of.
Yeah.
They were not providing him with the right amount of agave, so in order to kind of minimize his profit. And once he found this out, he sued them. And they owed him somewhere around, he won, and they owed him somewhere around $300 million.
So you think he got because he won?
Yeah.
2 to 4 months after that,
All the
tanks came down the street at that man's houses and
literally
Okay.
He was sitting at the Miami airport.
Yeah.
Always gotta look at the money.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that he didn't do any of the things.
No, he did that shit.
No.
Sure, but
He
they
did
that you
but
saw
they
in the
were-
video.
They weren't going to.
They were fine with it
expose him.
until he came against them. They're like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Because
oh,
they all are
no.
going to the same parties.
Because they all,
That's
they
how
all
you know he's
doing
guilty.
it.
Because you were there.
Yeah.
They all doing it.
When you
So
look at the Epstein situation, I'm going to go through exactly what happened because I realized there were certain people I was talking to my sister about it and she had no idea about it. So everything is your timeline. Jeffrey Epstein, some dude that's in the circles in Hollywood and politics and everything, like because those worlds are interconnected, but people
Yeah.
separate for some reason.
I don't.
I don't know why.
And he would have freak-offs too and invite people out, except their orgies.
I said, this sounds right. Freak off sounds like
Yeah, I feel like that make it okay.
right.
The
Like,
way
oh,
they
it's just
calling it.
freaky. It's just a
Yeah,
little. It's just a
something
little.
people mutually did.
Little kinky, girl. No big
A
deal.
high-level
That's just English
Roman
language for you.
sex
Orgy.
parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orgies.
But there, they whatever island, I guess it was
Jeffrey
fine.
Epstein's Island. It's called Epstein Island.
Whatever island that was, whatever that jurisdiction was, you can sleep with people under 18.
Ugh,
So people were going out and doing their
Okay,
thing.
so Sagittarius.
They
Right.
statutory. Right. Yeah.
Can we say that word?
not really.
It's probably
Sorry.
fine. Leaked out. It's fine. Grape.
Once whoever investigates these things started to investigate, Epstein was locked up in a room where he's under suicide watch with cameras in the cell. The cameras blanked out, and he killed himself. And no one knows how.
When this happened?
He killed
Right.
himself.
Maybe 5 or so years ago.
No, it for real.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Dang.
He
And
just got. So it happened as soon as he got exposed.
it happened immediately.
Do you think he just
I did
did
not
that
know
to
this.
hide from consequences?
You saying that he faked his death?
I'll
Yeah,
be honest.
definitely.
I still feel he's alive. That's why I'm
That's
like,
a
when
good.
this happened,
That's a good point.
I feel he's
I mean, I
still
feel like
alive.
he's rich enough to disappear.
100%.
For
And
sure.
If that's my man's and he's
What?
been letting me do freak offs on the island, I'm gonna make sure that I get him a passport to the underground bunker. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, he might not even be underground. He could have just switched
could
his
just be
name,
somewhat-
ID,
Get some
a whole
plastic
new
surgery.
person.
Yep.
Low
Yeah,
key,
they got
it's
those
in the
things where you
movies.
can get a new face.
Yep.
I heard about that.
Yeah, stitched
Which is
right
like,
on.
okay.
And where are you getting these faces from? But that's a whole other.
She talking about
Well,
stitch
dude,
right
chill.
on.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
they stitch right on.
same
Look
place
up
they're
the
getting those
China,
organs from. Like,
look at
what?
new faces
those
being
levels?
put on.
I'm telling you, he's not dead. Cause that didn't even feel right. Just hearing that and saying that, like,
Is she getting picked up?
Ooh.
Whole point with the Epstein thing I'm saying is allegedly whether he escaped and he's still alive or he got killed, they had to get rid of him because he's the point man with all the evidence that would have exposed all the other people outside of Diddy who have more money and more power than Diddy in this industry. The politicians, the big wigs. I'm not going to say Rothschild or Rockefeller, but Rothschild and Rockefeller. Like the people
The Rothschild and
who
Rockefeller of today.
run the international banking system who were at these places. And I mean, it's bigger than the Clintons, and the Clintons are powerful.
The family
So,
we talk about.
For sure.
like if the Clintons are underneath somebody with as much power as them and the Bushes have, whoever is over them,
Crazy.
if I didn't believe in the Most High, I wouldn't even say their name. But I believe in the Most High, so
Right.
whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So Diddy being the fall guy for this whole orgy system that exists in this industry bothers me, and the reason it bothers me is because of media propaganda. It's like we are so susceptible and gullible to whatever is put in our face all of the time.
Yeah.
But can we also talk about Diddy being a gatekeeper as well as
Like a blackballing piece of shit.
like a literal gatekeeper, like somebody you had to come through.
Yeah.
Like his parties, I feel like they weren't just a
Like
party.
initiations.
Yeah, they were like a ritual. Like you have to come through this month. We got to get some things on you,
You literally.
or at least
he
have
had a
you
lot
in
of power in that
association, because
department.
guilty by association.
Literally guilty by
And then you can maneuver in this industry. the way you want to.
Absolutely. Like, I
Or
feel
just see if
like-
you're down with it. You see the coke getting sniffed. You see the kids getting screwed, and you're not gonna say nothing.
We gotta weed you out.
You might not be down with it, but you're not gonna say nothing, and you're good with us.
And if you were to try to say something, oh well, you were there.
You were there. You're as guilty as we are.
I totally feel like that, especially with like Chris Brown, Justin Bieber. Like these people are
that are whistleblowing on it.
They are whistleblowing, but like I feel like, and maybe I'm a little biased because I feel like we grew up with these people, but I just feel like you can see the heart of these people, and they're not.
Rest in peace, Aaron Carter.
Like these people are good-hearted people that got caught up in it, and they got caught up in a young age. They were babies. They didn't really even. Yeah. Chris Brown started when he was 16.
And shame on the parents. Sorry, but
they might not have known.
Extremely.
Like Lindsay Lohan got in the game at 3.
That's
true. Drew Barrymore was a nepo baby. Like some of these.
Okay,
people,
but once you see it.
And you keep it going for the bag. You're right.
I mean, it's the same thing with the money now.
Kids. So when was the time to pull them out?
You had this.
But I feel like they do that because it's like that's how they get you. They get the parents. They get you while you young.
Absolutely.
And then it's like once you get that money, you get ego. And a lot of people don't know how to let that ego go because that becomes their identity.
Absolutely.
And so because if they don't really know themselves, they're going to identify with themselves with this ego, with this person that their ego wants to be in this physical world, and it's attached to this money, which is also currency. And so it's just like, who am I outside of this that I'm getting? And they know that. These people know how to manipulate these people through the money,
like
through
we're gonna
fame.
give you something you never had.
Literally.
So
you're going to a place
family and everything.
that ties into a topic I want to get into later. So I want you to hold that because I want to get into debt slavery and how the money trap can keep you from following your life mission.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It definitely does.
100%. That's exactly why. But I don't think it would ever get so bad if you got a soul that you would sacrifice your own child for it. That's why I think these people practice something called basically the dark side of theosophy, or like black magic. Because I don't.
Absolutely.
You're not. When you see a kid going through that system and you turn a blind eye to it, that's deeper than just I'm an addict for greed.
Right.
I think that's on purpose. You're sacrificing your kid.
Yeah.
Some people make children to sacrifice.
But let's deal with why they're sacrificing children. They are pure innocent. Spirits. They are pure spirits. So.
Ashe.
That's all I gotta say.
We can get into that. Let's.
And I honestly feel like, going back to where he said, like, it's really bigger than Diddy, because it's like, why aren't we really exposing, the other race? Why is all the black races are
they want us to be the face.
They
want the black male as the face of predatory behavior.
But we're not. But we're not though. Well, I'm not a black man, but just black people.
But like,
in general.
period.
Like we're
for sure.
We're not. And someone did kind of make that point. Like they're only getting the black people, but it's like. I also feel like it's happening in steps. I feel like everybody's gonna get exposed.
Yeah,
everyone
100%.
is getting exposed.
It's the age of Aquarius. I got some metaphysical shit. A lot. Oh, I think it's two. It was either 100 or 200 CEOs stepped down.
A lot.
The Lakers owner just sold. The Celtics owner just sold.
Because they know it's here.
It's coming.
Day is here.
It's coming.
Judgment Day is here.
If you're not already awake, baby,
everybody's
getting exposed.
Is it me? Metaphysically, do you feel gravity might be heavier right now?
Oh, there's a shift. A shift has happened already.
I could be blown, but when I am walking around, I'm way more tired. I'm way more. It just feels heavy. Like you have to be in your light body in order so you can walk around.
Yeah, you guys are getting older. That's all that is.
Or that
you're just getting older. That's all it is.
I'm not
sorry to tell you that.
I don't subscribe to that. I don't receive that. Okay, there's a shift.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a shift happening, and I felt it. I felt
it physically
a week ago.
feels different.
I felt it spiritually, physically. It feels different. I've been a lot tired more lately though too. Even I was tired today. I didn't even do much. I didn't do nothing today.
On the script. On the script.
But I want to say there's a reason for that as well.
Oh yeah.
Everybody who is a light worker, especially, is feeling heavier right now because our workload is about to double in this era.
Say that,
coming.
girl.
100%.
So we feel that shift because we're being called on.
Literally.
So there's a spiritual weight, there's a mental weight, there's an emotional weight, and we're feeling it all.
All of it.
I'm not going to be too specific because people watch this, but I just got called to break some generational curses with people who haven't aged beyond maybe their teens.
Absolutely.
And it's like, oh my God.
Man.
How am I going to do this without spazzing? And
that's real.
And it's like, oh, this is what you were preparing me for. The lesson, a lot of the things that they're dealing with, because I'm essentially going to end up teaching, a lot of the things that they're dealing with is things that I've already done. And I never understood, like on some Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off shit, I didn't understand why the Most High was putting me through these things, because they are completely unrelated to my life mission, or like what I'm.
Yeah, they feel unrelated.
That has nothing to do with art or music or anything.
Right.
So I'm like, why am I doing this again? Then I'm physically, hey, help me move out of my apartment. Okay. And the other person can't move anything. I used to do what is that called when you pack people's shit up when they're moving?
Movers?
I used to be a mover.
Yeah.
And there's a way, it's not necessarily about your strength, it's about
technique.
Strategy and the technique. Yeah.
And I'm lifting this shit with ease. And none of them are able to do that. I'm like, Mr. Miyagi. I see you. That's why I had that weak ass job. But I'm just saying, just the being called for whatever it takes in this year, I think, and we were talking about it earlier, I think this year is whatever the age of Aquarius is, we're on one of these loops that's going that way. If you ever seen that chart, we're going upward toward a peak of enlightenment if you're walking with your spirit. But if you're walking away from your spirit and you're creating tension with your higher self, you about to get your ass whooped.
Bro,
it's not the time for that.
Again, what
It's
the
not the time for
path
that.
that you're being called to.
Yeah,
100%.
Spirit is not playing with nobody.
With nobody.
Anymore.
Nobody. God is
we
playing
we
with
are
nobody.
really like
And
we really
everybody
are
else getting
moving.
exposed.
Everybody getting
It's like
exposed.
it's the perfect. It makes
like
sense though.
because we are in the year now. We are in the year of the snake. And the movie what is it called? Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
You seen where the world was ending? They had the Chinese brochure and it was the snake. And so this is the year
I
of the
thought the movie
snake.
was way deeper than people.
Yeah, it's way deeper than
Yeah,
that.
it really
So
is.
2025,
I felt so much
if you
watching
add
that.
those letters up, it equals up to 9. 9 is completion.
Yep.
9 is a transformation.
Yeah.
So this is a transformation year for a lot of people that
Can
have
we
been
get some
Girl,
poetry
what?
snaps on the numerology side?
Oh yeah, numbers are.
So we are definitely in the year of the snake, and I've been feeling the transformation ever since it really happened. And like Spirit has been talking to me in so many different ways, and like I literally just had another awakening.
Literally.
We're gonna talk about that a little later on,
Man.
because it goes deep.
Man.
I literally was
say?
in my shower recently, and I got the clearest
Don't
voice
be afraid
ever.
to turn that bitch that way. When you say that.
So I was saying, like, I was in the shower and I literally felt like the water was talking to me. But when I just took a minute and actually started listening, it was telling me, like, answer the call. Like, and it was like saying, like, don't be afraid of what people are going to say. Don't be afraid of people judging you.
Absolutely.
This is your time
That's in my
to
bio.
share your spirit, to share your
Yeah.
inner self, to help bring people
Yeah.
to enlightenment, help them stop being afraid of the light.
Literally.
And I like that kind of clarity for me. At first, I wanted to be afraid
Yeah.
because yourself is like your biggest enemy sometimes.
It is. It
Girl.
literally
And
is.
so
Literally.
I was like, no,
On an
no,
esoteric
no.
level, the devil is your lower self. Your reptilian
Yeah,
brain.
but it's like
Yeah.
once you break out of that and
Yeah.
you realize you are the gift,
Yeah.
it's like,
Man.
okay.
I just did
maybe
soul
the
integration.
The enemy
on
only
that.
fights people he thinks
See,
are a threat.
I don't know it that
ooh.
far,
on.
but I know that I can feel things fully.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you are just like me. I just super empath. Just like me, I actually just awakened to the ability. I was a empath. Then during the whole thing I just went through, I advanced to advanced empath at the same time as me becoming a super empath. So I was able to feel everything. So I
Yeah.
just went through
I would
like
have cut you off.
Yeah.
I always knew I was psychic, but I didn't know it to an ability that it was real. I thought it was. I kind of thought it was. I thought it was
it's like
kind
when you
of
see
like.
yourself clearly.
We like to call it
See yourself
prophetic.
clearly now. Like I see myself
It's-
clearly now. I see it.
I'm not
like,
talking
wow.
about psychic like drawing on other deities in order to get something. Earlier, when I woke up today, I said, "Damn, I want to hear some Nicki Minaj," but I didn't say it. I heard it in my head. I'm talking about fresh out the bed. I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna sit on the porch. Car passes by and it's Nicki Minaj. And that happens to me a lot. I have a lot of synchronicity moments, but that one today was like, Oh yeah,
that
that's
made
right.
you realize your gift.
Clairsentience. Like I know before
it happens.
Yeah.
So I get the opportunity to decide.
Oh, I want to talk about the nervous system too, like because your nervous system is what is your gift.
100%. If you can regulate it, if you can slow down.
If you
interpret
Before, I'm sorry, your ions are recharged with water too, so you're gonna get the most clarity in a shower, next to a lake, whatever the fuck.
That makes sense why people go to water.
Yeah.
For clarity, for sure.
If you sit and meditate,
always get it in the shower. It'll hit me like a boom, like
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I'm like, is somebody talking to me? Like,
I can't eat meat at all. Like if I start to eat meat, my body just goes yeah. So like like parasites, all types of shit. Like and it's so delicious. But I simply can't. Like I say, whatever you being called to do, because everybody's drawn is different based on your blood type. You necessarily can't be pure vegan.
Sure.
You have to
I can't be
get with a doctor.
I feel like that's me, but I don't know.
I can't.
But based on what you're called to do, if you go against that right now, the body, the soul, everything is gonna smash on you, bro. Like I've been seeing it.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it in everybody I know that's interested in spirituality. But
It's initiation though.
we
too.
went all the way left on that Diddy topic.
Yeah.
We did.
Because it's so like low
It ties
vibration of
in,
what
though.
he's doing.
It's-
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
so
That like it's
much
relevant. I'm
spiritual.
sorry, it's relevant, but it's so spiritual that we had
Absolutely.
to be. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I'm
We had to talk
glad
about can't
because
stay
it
there.
springboards off into other shit.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, but I want to give I'm testing this algorithm to see what my audience wants to hear. So it's always interesting based on who accept collabs and this and that and this and that, or what they allow to be shown. But I'm starting to see the higher the vibration, the bigger the reaction. So maybe I don't have to do all these pop culture
I
topics.
wouldn't
We'll see.
say that it's the higher, because I've been paying attention to it too. Because I'm also in school for marketing and advertising, and so what I have noticed about we got to trigger something.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That's a
when
good
you
word.
trigger
I'm
something,
here, but I hate that topic.
I know, but whether if it's triggering a happy emotion
Yeah.
Or a
or a
negative,
negative
one, which
emotion,
unfortunately gets
you
more
still
reactions.
have to trigger. And
yeah.
I noticed when we went viral for 20K views, we
Yeah.
triggered emotion.
Black women ain't shit. I'm playing.
Damn. You should use that clip. Oh,
Clickbait.
man. First of all, that was the
Clickbait.
worst idea to do in this room right now. Oh yeah, and it's only two of y'all. That's like
Right. So all we gotta do is just trigger people, and we trigger people to bring awareness to them. So
For
we
sure.
just gotta figure. It's all psychology. Like we
Yes.
gotta get into the psyche with this type of
we
stuff.
do.
We do, but it's a way you gotta do it for real, like in a really good way.
Yeah.
You can get into people's minds and make them aware. So we gotta just trigger. And I'm sorry to say that word. Maybe a better word
But
is
they call it
It's energy harvesting, technically.
also like in your marketing space, they would just call it like a hook. You know, something that
sure.
is
The
triggering
hook.
them
That's a much better
to
word.
get them.
Because triggering people will be like, oh my god.
Like what's gonna hook your attention?
Yeah.
So that's all that's happening.
Do I want to? Let me soapbox a little real quick and wrap that because I don't care enough. Diddy, I've never liked Diddy because I'm a very big Pac. I'm not gonna be a fan, but like Pac was. Let's see.
You chose
I told
Pac
you
over
that we
Biggie.
don't stop. I thought I told you that. Come on, you ain't never rock with him.
I like Diddy's music, but as a human,
Okay.
when you really read about how that happened, for some reason, the way they was chronicling shit didn't have a lot of the bullshit journalists. It was just what it was. Diddy's always been a snake of a person.
he kind
You
of
can see
carries
it
that
in his energy.
He's
Yeah.
there are multiple instances hitting Steve Stout with a bottle because he wouldn't change the depiction of Nas in the Hate Me Now video.
Wow.
Slapping the shit out of Drake because he tried to give Cassie a reference track. Diddy been a bully for like 30 years, so I don't fuck with Diddy.
But I feel like that's why he was chosen to do that job.
Oh, yeah, they were like, we see
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Yeah, they saw
He got that dog in him.
He
That
had
he
the
could turn,
darkness well before all of that.
There are certain names I wouldn't say because of things and he was one of them because I could just tell like that dude is not only is he operating like a bully, but they're letting him.
Yeah.
So he pissed off the people that were letting him slide
basically
for shooting people in clubs. Like he already beat a case where he his guard or he let Shine take that.
Yeah.
He shot that gun and Shine took the fall and got fucking deported.
But that come back down to the ego we was talking about.
Yeah.
Like how he been in that space so long, he kind of forgot his place in it.
100%.
Yeah,
he thought he was too big for his britches. Tried to sue the people that let him beat cases with the judicial system, and they was like,
nigga, no.
nigga.
Okay.
You think you gonna fuck with us?
Pull the plug.
Yeah,
that,
100%.
Okay.
So I've never liked him, but I can tell that this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
He's not putting nobody in no van and selling no children. He's a hoe. He's
sure.
He's on trial being freaky,
Pimping
man.
out.
Yeah, but you
kids in
can't.
the Hollywood
being
industry,
freaky.
You can't
but,
lock somebody up for being a freak.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can lock somebody up for all that other shit that he did.
Yeah.
Allegedly
That he
getting pot
missed.
killed and all types of shit. But you can't lock a nigga up for liking the fuck. Like that's why I'm mad that our
like,
people
no,
And when
With-
his kids involved.
with the women, a lot of times when that molestation topic comes up, it's automatically pitchforks and torches.
Yep.
But if we just slow down and analyze the facts of whatever case we're looking at, fuck Diddy, it's just any case. I just want our people to stop being so susceptible to media. There are journalists that are sincere and they typically end up dead. But and then there are journalists that are there to push narratives. So just look at all the facts of every case.
And I feel like it's
then
more
give an
of the
opinion.
narrative pushers than it is journalists with integrity.
100%. It's not a lot of real journalists today. I think
Yeah.
Candace might be raw. I have to watch her
I do
more.
feel like she's raw, but I feel like she does play the trigger
Yeah,
game.
talking about
100%.
Owens.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candace Owens.
She's still very much in her
I
celebrity.
mean, she whistleblowing a lot on that Israel thing, and most people are too afraid to say the word Israel. So I think she might be raw, but at the same time, she's married to British peerage.
And he's Jewish.
It's over with.
And also, his family owned slaves.
That's a lot of people. Sonny off the View on her family. She
just
found out when
saying.
she did Ancestry.com. She found out her family owned slaves.
Well,
So a lot of us could own slaves.
I'm
I'm not gonna
saying,
count you
let's
for
be
something your
honest.
generations
Yeah,
did. But
for
like,
sure.
I'm just saying, I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at everybody who's famous. Like, okay, are you down for real? Are you a double agent? Like, what's your
Yeah.
It's a lot of double A.
Bro.
Majority of the people that's in that industry that gets a lot of exposure are in that. Like, we can't be
In one
so
way or the other,
naive
for
just
sure.
because they're feeding us information. They're feeding us information that, for one, we already knew about.
Yeah.
100%?
So
They hinted at-
So you can't be.
You
You're
can't-
not.
yeah, we
yeah.
can't be
You can't
like,
whistleblow some shit.
Yeah, and you
10
don't think
years
that
ago.
yeah.
But
Like
that's
everybody
literally
talk
the
about
whole
JFK
case.
now.
Like,
It's safe
you
to
were
talk
there.
about
We
JFK.
talked
That's
about
the
that
thing.
long
We know.
time ago.
Yeah.
Like
That's the only
the
reason why you
people
can
who was
say anything.
exposing all of
Yeah.
that, but we made it okay for them
Here's
to
the thing
wanna
we can't talk
expose.
about though.
Yeah.
With 9/11,
Oh God.
you talk about building 7, and they'll all your shit shadow ban.
So you can't talk about.
Well, you just said it now, so we're gonna probably be.
Cut out.
So you can't talk about the fact that it was an inside job. Like, what about it can't you talk about?
you cannot.
Nothing.
You
Insurance
cannot.
money?
You cannot say that you believe we did that.
You can't say nothing about the insurance
Even
money.
if we did do
You
it.
can't say that either.
You can't say anything about. You can't say anything about how there's no noise.
We
in
have
the
to wait
background
for
of the
30
phone
years.
calls.
No,
For them
wait
to
for 30
declassify
years.
records,
No
and then
noise.
we can talk about it again.
I'm screaming.
Every time you say that, I just think Pfizer. Talk about.
We can't say what was on the bottom of that plane when it flew.
That
into the-
declassified records, you are right about that, because a lot of information that they are exposing now, when I used to do really deep research, I mean, like, I did so much deep research about the government, even about ourselves. You can't find that no more. But
Yeah.
luckily, I know how to
YouTube
talk
got,
and ask questions and stuff.
Yep.
I know how to find. I know how to.
That
Yeah, it
was around
was. It for
COVID.
sure was
That was
white
around
through the fact
COVID time,
checkers.
if
The
you
fact
noticed.
checkers was literally for them to wipe the whole algorithm.
You know
like
how
the
many people they
information
would
I
have
used
to
search
hire
back
for
in the
that?
day. I can't search that information no more. But it's okay.
Probably
I
thousands.
screenshotted everything. Y'all can try to wipe my phone. I screenshotted everything because I knew this day was coming.
I don't want to go too far left, but just for a second, how crazy? Do you remember when somebody somebody came online. It was like it was trending, and people were talking about did y'all notice when the timeline changed? Like, for example, once upon a time you could see that the heart was on the the left center, like down here, and now they're saying it's in the center of the chest. And then they were saying like it's just
Mandela effect shit.
Yes, the Mandela effect.
I ain't never heard of.
But I feel like that has to do with the archive being deleted.
Like information,
yeah.
That's in that one movie, 1984. They're gonna delete.
Watch it.
You gotta watch that. They're gonna delete all of. Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna delete all of history and then rewrite what they want the next generation of children.
And they've
to
already
believe.
been doing that.
And then label all the elders. It's crazy.
Listen, it's way deeper than that. This is how they do it. They mess with the unified solar field. They mess with the fabric of the unified solar field through a quantum computer. So it's like they freezes it. They actually freeze it. And so this is how they actually are able to manipulate.
So you believe we live in a simulation?
Effect. I believe we live in a simulation. The more I kind of like have an awakening of an illusion that I was just in, it makes me really feel like once you study quantum physics and you start knowing that your mind is the projection of the physical realm.
That can't be a simulation because you have sentience and I have sentience, so that a part of this is real, not because we can sense it, but because we're here.
Wait a minute though. If that's 100% fact, how is it that if you do like the little test, let's say if you move your hand out the way and you put a fake hand there, for example, I've seen it done plenty of times, and then you go to the placebo effect, you go to poke that hand and you feel you think you're feeling something, but in reality you weren't even touched. So
can you re-explain that experiment?
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nice and concise. I have other topics.
Okay, the best way I can say it is, let's say on this side there's a wall that splits your real hand from the fake hand that they show you.
Because my mind is consciousness. So if I assume that my goddamn hand is on the other side of something and it gets poked, I'm still going to feel that because I can't see it. It's on the other side of a wall.
Right, yes.
That's bullshit. But that's the white man fucking with people.
No, but it's poking your hand and mentally you like, and you like, they like, well, did you feel the pain? You like, well, yeah, I felt it. You like, are you sure you felt it?
Bro, the white man is a genius. This nigga is like on the next level.
But going back to what you was saying about the illusion and tapping her, I'm saying that we very well can be an illusion and still feel.
I hear that.
Because your mind is playing tricks on you.
An example. There has to be a sharper example.
I get what she means.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like and theoretically.
This is the Matrix.
Yeah.
But how can we? Okay, so boom. If we're in
it's a projection, really.
Projection of our consciousness while we're in the physical realm, how can we prove that? Because they're making a big push through their movies to talk about the multiverse and simulation, and I think it's to get people to not believe that there is a higher power.
Agreed.
So,
this simulation theory shit, this quantum physics shit, is starting to get on my nerves.
I can once I complete the study of what I'm studying with quantum physics in my mind and stuff right now, because right now I'm by me being a Gemini and being ruled by Mercury, I'm automatically
Virgo gang. I knew it was a reason we was tapped in.
So I already knew the higher conscious realm. Yeah. So once I actually be able to piece this all together, because it's coming to me. Because at first I couldn't understand when people was like, we live in a projection, but now that the more I'm getting the experience, because I feel like it's like an experience you need to have for you to realize that you live in a projection, but it comes with experience with your psyche. And the more I dive deep into my psyche, the more I actually realize. We can come back to this topic once I'm finished with the study that I'm doing.
You think you can combine metaphysics and quantum physics?
Yeah, metaphysics and quantum physics is all the same thing. Quantum physics is deal with like a variety. It deals with like fabric. The
atomic energy behind the
metaphysics.
Yeah.
It's like they all go hand in hand. Like when you study quantum physics, you study the
math version
universe.
Of the spirit.
Yes, it's the math version of the universe. Metaphysics is the math version of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Quantum physics is the math version of
you be spitting
universe.
You be spitting. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. So when I'm gonna study that because I gotta bring that to people. Like Spirit has been telling me to bring that to people. So I'm a study, and we could definitely go dive deeper into like the study of quantum physics and metaphysics.
I just want to say I do believe in a higher power still, but I do, 100%. But I just believe that this is a projection.
All of that connects. I was only mad because that. The way that these cats make controlled experiments to prove facts is bullshit. Yeah. They'll go in they say the Big Bang Theory is provable because we can explode some horse shit in a room.
Which My nigga, stupid. It makes no sense.
What the fuck are you talking about? Do you know how difficult it would be
by chance
to take an atomic explosion that created everything with the golden ratio for eons and do it in a room once and say, that's our proof?
Did y'all see a Hydra Collider thing where they trying to pull black matter?
Dark matter.
Lord,
dark matter. Jesus. But they said if they ever do that, just enough could explode the universe.
No.
But then over there where they're doing it, they got the goddess of destruction, Shiva.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm not scared, but like,
as the picture,
why y'all playing with this stuff? Like,
you see, these people know what they're doing. That's why this.
It's not
like it's a
deities these cats serve, man.
The
like
spirit
that shit is
world is
huge.
Anything, bro.
They're playing with the God particle. They're playing with the
they're trying to fuck. Yeah.
They're messing with something.
I really just don't believe in that. Because like, if I was religious, I'd say like, ain't nothing gonna go past God. If I was religious,
I have to sell.
Ain't nothing gonna go past God because
I have to sell merch. Let's bring it down to bring it up. So, Black Fatigue.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez. And this goes into the whole Epstein thing, the whole Diddy thing. Do you really want to be signed into the industry? For all these artists that act like they want to be,
yes.
All these artists that act like they want to be in the industry. Let me pitch it first. I know everybody's hot meaning excited. There are a lot of
both of them.
There are a lot of examples that show when you sign a contract with these people and then you learn the game and you want to start kind of moving the way that you would want to move once you learn how to play it, they mash on you. Tory Lanez found a finesse to do something with NFT that would have broke the game on a label too.
Something. He was literally about to change the entire music industry. So with the NFTs, he was able to create a version of his album or single that he is the owner of, that somebody else could basically buy a kind of like a share into. So he created a certain amount of NFTs, and then those people can buy those at whatever price that he put it at. He put it at $1, and then they could sell it for whatever. But there's a limited number of it. So once those people buy it, they are technically like the new holder of it, but they're the original holder of the originals. So they automatically become a collectible, a limited item, something rare. And so everybody want to get their hands on it. So his claim was that once he put that out there for $1, people grabbed them, resold them, and because he's the owner, he always gets a percentage of it being sold. So he was able to make $1 million in 1 hour off his dollar NFTs, and more people had access because of such a low barrier or entry point of obtaining those.
So that nigga's a genius. He's a hothead, but he's a genius.
And he was about to kill the labels with what he done.
And they locked his ass up.
They had to. They had to.
So what do you think that means? When I listen to Megan, she doesn't seem like she was down with that shit. There's a lot of hesitation and regret in her public speeches or whatever.
But also when people are trying to cling on to that money, that lifestyle that you don't want to lose, and you put into that position. Came down
from the top, she was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not dying for this nigga.
Basically, it was like a sink or swim moment. You have a choice to make. We need him locked up. We need something so big on him that the world and the masses, we can make it unquestionable for like kind of like the beehive. You know what I'm saying? You say anything, they come to attack. Deep. We need something so huge. Okay, what can we play on? Feminists, they're gonna come swinging for her.
Shut him down.
And they're gonna shut him down. And that's exactly what happened. So they got the women on board, got everybody, Tory is this, Tory is that. And now everybody's split, just like COVID.
No, can we see it now? They tried to kill this nigga in prison.
They did.
Oh, they tried to.
Yeah, they stabbed him
and thank God they didn't.
Whoa.
But the reality of it is she had to make a decision. It was like, okay,
you can see
either
the guilt
you
in her
get
face. Like,
either you get slammed and lose your livelihood, and you lose your fame because we're gonna cut you off at the
I don't
ankles.
think they was fucking, bro. No matter how mad you are at your ex, you don't want to see them in that fucked up of a situation.
We're not talking about her moral compass. We're talking about her decision to keep her fame, her livelihood, her income, her status. Her ego, keep her ego.
Yeah. These people are not in tune with their spirit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Be like that. These people aren't in tune with their spirit, so that's why it's easy for them. Because like with me being an artist, I have been slowing up because I've been seeing the music industry, and I know I've been called to go into it, and I know like it's going to be vultures on my energy because of the type of energy I have. But what I'm learning is
personally will beat the shit out of anybody that plays with you crazy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But I'm also learning to protect myself.
Yeah.
Spiritually, I've been doing like, you know, I've been doing, what can I say it? That's appropriate. I've been doing steps. I've been taking the necessary steps that I need to protect my spirit. And so, say if I get into the industry, right, and I know the game and I know how to go into the game now, and I decided to, they decide like, okay, now you exposing a little bit too much now. Mm-hmm. Now we going to cut you off. Shit. So now they're going to be like, if you don't stop doing it, then we just going to take your money away. And I'm going to let them. Because I'm not in my ego.
Do not display your game plan. That's how they plan against you.
Oh yeah, please don't tell them what you're about to do. We were like, don't say it all. Keep it right here. Because
that's enough.
Well, it's really just I was gonna
There's two paths with that. This is what's been on my spirit. Mm-hmm. You can be absolutely transparent and let them do what they did to like Simon in the scriptures, which means, or Paul, you get in prison, you get executed, or you can finesse. You can do whatever you want to do, but you should pick.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you what side I was going on.
I won't either, but those are the only two options.
All right. So if they came to sign you, let's say you finally position yourself to where you want to be musically, would you go ahead and sign even knowing the things that come in that territory?
If you're a high-level alchemist like she is, she can do anything and win.
Exactly.
I do believe that. But still, when you think about it on a spiritual level, signing a contract, you know what I'm saying?
You're going to have to sacrifice certain things in order for you to get.
Yeah, and that's where I said I'm going to protect myself. That's where protecting myself comes from.
Did you see that interview?
Which one?
When they asked Denzel, they said, how basically are you keeping your relationship with Christ as you are in Hollywood? And he said, you leave before the devil gets there.
Exactly.
He doesn't go to the parties.
Yeah, they was asking him about the Diddy parties.
He doesn't.
That's wisdom right there.
He minds his fucking business. He taps in with other people to believe in the Lord and goes home.
Exactly.
That's the person, the career I'm following.
Exactly.
So it's possible. You just have to.
Yeah, I know it's possible. You just gotta know how to move.
You have to have a great level of discipline.
Yeah, and discernment. You have to know what you're getting yourself into, and everything that I've been going through has been leading me up to understand how I need to move when I get in this industry. Like I could tell like just how I can move people when I sing and control the stage. They're gonna need that. They're gonna want that. They're gonna pray on that. But I know how to protect myself. And like he said, don't go to them parties.
Yeah,
don't go to them parties.
Stay away from the party.
I would go, but I wouldn't. It's the same thing as the underground.
She's talking about for what?
I'm starting to realize that Mr. Miyagi shit I was just talking about, it's the same thing. Me networking in the underground, I'm not going to say what I've seen, but I can tell what's going to happen at the highest level.
But it's a million places to network, and you don't never have to step foot into certain territories.
Or you, if I didn't go. Go where? Bullfrog, D-Tribute, Nandi's. There were spirits in each one of those places
but I feel like
that I didn't want to be in. But you have to have the discernment to see who's there, who matches your frequency, and who's there that is a part of what we would call the quote-unquote matrix or the concrete jungle.
Yeah.
But in order to walk through those rooms and not end up a cokehead whore or this or that, you have to have discipline and discernment, the 2 Ds.
Yeah.
If you do not, you shouldn't even, don't play with yourself. You know what you can do and can't do.
But you also know, your spirit will let you know when you're ready for it anyway.
Yeah, that's
100%.
Oh, for sure.
I couldn't have been in the game in my early 20s. I would have tried to fuck everything off.
I swear to God. If they really would have
too
seen
much.
me in 1920, I would have.
Everybody's naked and I'm rich.
I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. I had to
Same
get
here.
molded. I had to get molded.
Same.
Like, Key,
Yeah.
you know.
I was
For sure.
so high-headed, I'd have been scrapped.
On the script.
That's so crazy. She's such a sweet person. Such a sweet spirit.
You can see it in her face though when she gets mad. What I was watching The Chosen. You should watch it.
I love that.
And the character of Christ tells James and his brother, they call them sons of thunder. You were born with a great fire, but you don't know how to direct it yet.
Yeah.
And until you learn how to direct that passion, I'm gonna need you to not be in the game. You got to sit on the
You
bench.
gotta
learn
see,
how to
you
contain it.
gotta pull back.
Say that
You have
again.
to learn how to contain it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Patience
really feel like-
patience is one of, for me, the hardest lessons ever.
Well, I'm learning it every day.
It's so.
Yeah, it's eyes.
Children.
Not the children. The children.
I'm not gonna lie, with that quote that you just said, when he said like you have a very great, because I swear I've just been awakened to myself, my true self, like my gift and everything, my power, and I see myself clearly. And it's like what you just said is so true, because I feel like that's literally what spirit just happened to me. Like you have such a great gift that you could transmute energy. I always felt like that. I'm like, yo, like I feel like I could transmute energy for real, but it didn't come like clear, like, oh, you can transmute energy for real. That's why you're a great artist. And I had to hone that gift first.
True.
Because if they had taught us this when we were 5, what would we be today?
Man.
It's clear
what?
they know this already.
Oh, we would be
we would bring
we would be
together.
like,
literally
They
like leaders of the
intentionally
new
did not
world.
teach us.
Yes.
They didn't. They
Baby.
intentionally didn't teach us metaphysics or what these concepts
For sure.
because
Keeping you away from power, keeping you away from bridging the gap.
Absolutely.
And now
Keeping
you're
you
a debt
away
slave
from
to the
loving.
corporations, and
From the
and
very beginning. Yep.
deeper than that, it keeps you in a karmic cycle to keep reincarnating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because also let's just think about debt on a scale between the metaphysics and this plane, right? So debt puts you in a state of depression, worry, all
Owing
the things
somebody
that
else,
you
yeah.
Blocking of
waste,
chakras.
blocking your chakras. So if you always focus on your debt in this physical plane, then you can't, you don't have a chance to be light. You're always in a state of low vibration.
Consistent stress. And the people you could have been sent to heal, when they run into you,
You were too busy focused on.
Yeah, too focused on your
So you can't-
financial
Your worries.
situation, whatever you're worried about, for sure.
and if you're a healer and you're not healing, you're sad.
You're
yeah,
sad.
because that's your whole purpose. Like it's your whole
So
thing.
you
Yeah.
fuck them up and you.
yeah.
Like,
Everybody connected to you. If I can distract you long enough to where everyone connected to you can't get what they need from you,
Can I just add this one
Baby.
little tidbit? Somebody was telling me just real quick about how they were in a moment. They were at the movie theater. This guy walked past and he was just talking about his day, whatever. And he was like, I was so distracted. I was messing with my phone. I was on social media. It didn't mean nothing to me. And he said, and I realized in that moment, I was missing a chance to just be human, to give him interaction. That was an older guy. He probably just was looking for a moment of human interaction. And I was like, that's another reason why I kind of hate social media, and I really been taking a step back.
It's making
Yeah.
us recluses.
Yeah, I was like, because it
Absolutely.
really
You can get
makes
your
you
whole
not want to
interaction from a
connect.
screen.
not connecting with
Yeah.
each
I'm not
other.
fucking with
And
none
you
of
know,
that.
you said something about the messing with the spirit of something.
Other unified soul.
The unified soul. I don't know. I never heard of that in my life.
Basically, the cosmos,
Okay.
the world, the
But literally,
whole
like,
universe.
Yeah.
the whole point is for us to work together and operate together. Y'all know how I am about God and everything like that. But literally, in
Like
the word,
ants.
it's like I need you to be on one accord.
Exactly.
When the spirit of God fell,
We
everyone
are
was
the
in one
unified
accord. If
soul.
we're not unified, it can't. God can't. You know,
Operate.
You
can't
just did-
operate.
She just did it. I was just about to say, you said God cannot. And I feel like you was about to say move. And
Through
for
you.
me,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
That's
He wants
the
to move
word.
through
Yes.
you. So if you're disconnected,
That's the whole
how are
Sure.
you being loving? And that's the whole point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you tied
That's why. That's why social media is but these phones are demonic.
devil.
Absolutely.
Because-
I had somebody apologize to me through a chat GPT text. So I'm gonna let
Yo.
y'all know this too though. We gotta have even more higher discernment.
Absolutely.
Because with this AI stuff,
you seen those videos,
the
right?
manipulators,
Bro.
the narcissists, the demons.
Oh, wow. I didn't
They
even think
know
about
how
that.
to
My
hide
baby.
behind that because it's artificial.
Yeah.
This one girl is literally on social media texting
How
ChatGPT.
can I apologize to a type of person who's like
Let me say this, y'all,
Go say it.
because I need to bring people aware because I'm seeing it. I can see it. So people are
Jesus.
literally on social media typing in messages so they become a
The spirit is very
messenger,
strong in here right now.
and they are
Yeah, huh?
literally
Right
on
here.
your social media saying what ChatGPT is saying. So we have to have way better discernment now. We gotta
Absolutely.
actually start seeing where's the emotion.
Yeah,
in
you'll
these
get
things.
played very fast.
You would definitely get played now
Absolutely.
because everybody is using ChatGPT. I literally just had somebody who was so crazy. I knew it. I even went to I use ChatGPT, but not
like that.
Not like how
We're
I-
not saying
I'm not
ChatGPT
fucking
is
with none of
dumb.
that.
I
but
use ChatGPT for certain things.
certain things.
So
Back
yeah,
in
for
the day,
business
you
wise,
used to have to
so
write
I
your
know
own
how
essays.
ChatGPT
I remember,
text.
but that was hard.
I know how ChatGPT texts. So when I'm reading
silly.
this message, I'm like, this is a ChatGPT response.
Bro,
Oh, so
that's
you recognize
crazy.
And it's
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
recognize
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's certain
Yeah.
verbiage. They becoming poetic. There's just
And that's
it's
not
very
them. You-
structured.
It's so creepy.
Hey, yo, pulling your ex back off the Chat GPT
It's
is crazy work.
Yes, send me an
Crazy
apology
work.
letter. What? Send me
That
a
nigga
whole
don't want to make no
apology.
money. Let me get my bitch back
Send me
real
a
quick.
whole
Bro.
Use a Chat
That's crazy.
GPT, yo.
God.
Use a Chat GPT.
Man.
That's hilarious.
This is how, and it's scary because this is how demons going to be able to hide now. They're gonna be
Absolutely.
able to hide.
I gotta send
They
y'all
gonna
this
be
clip
able
from
to-
this.
I swear, the manipulators, man, have better discernment, y'all.
Okay.
It's scary.
We got to wrap. So I'm going to do that thing that I do on the 1, 2, 3, 4 thing.
Okay.
And I got
So
3 of these.
scary.
You got 40.
I'm going to rap because that R. Kelly shit was another assassination attempt to take his catalog.
Low-key.
They put a false version of the pills in his whatever he is. Let's say he has diabetes or high cholesterol, whatever his prescription was. They put some false shit in there. Could have been fentanyl, could have been anything. He took it and had an overdose, and now his lawyers are trying to get him out the same way Tory's lawyers are trying to get him out. They're murdering motherfuckers in jail
That's crazy.
to run it with whoever they're targeting. This is my whole point. I don't think it's a good idea to sign to a label in 2025. I think you should be
Absolutely.
independent,
I don't think so.
figure it out,
Yeah.
and sell.
They all blood.
It's too much
There's a
information
lot.
out here that shows
Yeah.
you could be an independent artist.
Absolutely.
They got rid
For
of
sure.
Prince. They got rid of Michael. I think they got rid of Whitney.
No, they definitely got rid of Whitney. She was on her way
It's
out.
a bunch of people.
And they were
And
like,
if you have millions of dollars worth of a catalog, that ass is grass. I wouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with it. But whatever the spirit is telling you to do
Yeah.
it. But I wouldn't do it.
yeah.
Because it's just no way. When you playing with the devil, you can't outsmart conniving because your spirit don't work like that.
Yeah.
The
for sure.
math, the chess that they playing
is not
is not the chess you playing. You playing chess with the Lord. They're playing chess like I would do absolutely anything. These niggas have a kill switch for us.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about for a second how you just said like playing with the Lord and everything, that these people understand that they are made in God's image. These people that control the world, they understand that they
just don't give a
have the
fuck.
power.
They could easily
And they-
fuck with.
That's
they could
They
easily
know the power
Which is so
that we
crazy to me.
possess, and
Like,
they
how could
use
you-
it very
But they do
well,
say
just in a
that
negative
those
way.
individuals don't have a soul.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't even
this
think
though.
they don't have a soul. I think they're out of touch with it so much because they've been in darkness for so long.
The reason why they are even
It's
able
part of them
to
now. They don't even know. They can't
ignore
identify it outside of it.
God's calling or ignore God or ignore being a light being is because honestly, in this universe, we have free will.
We do.
And so that is also why a lot of entities who's outside of our universe,
Yeah.
they use other entities who are more easier to manipulate
Yep.
because they are angry that we have free will. Like, yes, we will still be granted what we need. The universe
Can I ask?
here.
I can't let you get that off without asking. Do you think that's dogma or you think that's truth? I don't think that humans are the only one with free will. I know they say angels don't, and that's why they went against the free will is God consciousness.
Yeah.
That's how the angels were able to break it. If they really didn't have it, they never had to break it. But they were called, and they didn't like the fact that something that they considered to be inferior got they were granted earth over them. and got vexed.
I was gonna say you can't go against God's will unless you have free will to do so.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I 100% believe. Yeah, I 100% believe it's not just us.
But that would mean even demigods or angels or demons have ego. Just because they're higher sentient beings, they might be able to move mountains with their brain.
But definitely so.
But they still have ego.
How much ego do you have to challenge God?
Ooh.
Hey, wait a minute now. That was good. No.
Poetry snaps on that.
That was fire. For sure. Because who are you?
This shit. Because I'm going to clip this up. This shit went.
That was really
every time we do this, and whether y'all looking at these topics or not, we get into them by mistake. So we actually went through most of them. I just got this right here.
Well, I'm going to be honest. How you be clipping it up, like, it's going to do it itself.
It'd be good. It'd be so good.
It's cool that we go off topic. Like, because
we got like 10 other topics that we didn't.
This Halle DDG thing, I don't really care about them as people because I don't know them. But my question is,
I'm a fan of Halle.
I like both of them.
I was a bigger fan before they got signed to Beyonce.
I'm not against them.
But
my question is, with when it comes to a child, and when you beef with your baby mother, baby father, why are you letting that cause a rift to the point where it affects your kid? Because that's the person that's going to get fucked over by y'all arguing and bickering and all that horse shit. Like, it's not it's not going to be
beneficial.
Y'all going to basically be what y'all are already. But that child is still in their developmental phase. And when they're watching this, they're going to grow up with that. And that kid is famous.
Right.
So may the Most High be with him, but he's going to have to watch that and hear that and everything. We are traumatized, and only 30 niggas knew us in the classroom.
Right.
Imagine being a famous child and your parents
publicly are going through it. Yeah.
Like, you don't have the discernment to understand, maybe I might not like the mother of my child,
right.
but maybe I'm going to let this breathe so that the kid doesn't turn out of his fucking mind.
But can I just say that with the court system and all that stuff going public and him being famous and everybody has to play a role, right? So not just with that child, like the parental role, but the role that they have to the public that they feel that they owe, right? To keep themselves.
Which is ridiculous, baby.
Right. Okay, so in that space, no matter what they do, even if they were trying to reconcile off the record, that those narratives that we was talking about earlier, those
so they feel like they
who don't hold integrity, they're not allowing these individuals to the space to reconcile. Just as quick as I say something, y'all done cut up the clips, put it out there, and her team done saw this, or her people in her family. Hey, look what DDG done said about you. Hey, how
but where are your
vice
balls?
versa.
You think people could be around any one of us and convince us to do something?
I get it, but what I'm saying, the poison that we are consuming sometimes, most times, is not coming directly from them. That poison that we're consuming is coming from those journalists. So it's not to say that there's no healing going on behind the scenes. It very well could be. They could be doing their due diligence to protect that child and to teach him and love him and nurture him. And they could be working together. Right now, it don't look like it because of the headlines and what we're being told. But we just don't really know what's going on. Behind the scenes. That's my point.
I swear I was just about to mention that. I was just like, I can't really honestly follow too many celebrities issues or their business because honestly I know how
I do it to
works.
pimp the algorithm.
So I know how I know how the journalist is. So I know how journals are. So it's just like I don't really know. We don't really know what's truly going on because for one, we ain't actually see nobody actually get on the camera and speak about it. Neither one of them.
That's true.
All we are truly seeing is headlines and a picture,
social media.
A headline and a narrative.
I have a question because I come from a broken home. My parents divorced at 13. We've had conversations. I'm not sure what you want to share, but you've been candid about it.
Yeah.
So my question is, being a child basically that had to kind of watch the parents beef, I can say that regardless of them separating, if I didn't have to watch that, probably be a little bit more sane.
Oh, absolutely. What? Oh.
So if you could give a message or so to parents that are in conflict but do love their children, what would it be?
That's a loaded question.
I know.
For sure. My parents got divorced when I was 11. I'm the oldest of 4 children. And they were church leaders. So it was really hard because it's like everybody at the church knew
what was going on,
what happened, and everyone. I think the worst part about it was everyone was trying to not pick a side, but where my dad was in that space, he just was so. It was spiritual.
Was he trying to impress the congregation?
I think he thought, and I think a lot of men have this issue. He was trying to be perfect.
Yep.
As a black man who was leading in a church, he was trying to keep up this image. Like, I got it. It's fine because I help everybody else, so I got it. And that's what ultimately undid everything. He was susceptible to the enemy and his attack, and that just warped him as a person. He was no longer operating the way that the dad that I feel like I grew up with was. So he turned on everybody he cared about and thought that he was doing the right thing.
He got shelled? Like, he started to kind of put that wall around
when
himself.
I tell you, like, and my dad passed away.
Rest in peace.
But when he was sick, he didn't want to tell.
So he just walking around sick.
He was just walking around sick and was like, I'm fine. It's fine. When we found out, I had to take. I actually had to drive him to the hospital. It was terrible. I had to drive him to the hospital, and he would not tell me what he was getting checked up for at all, and waited a week to tell us, and then told us not to tell my mom.
Which is crazy because y'all could have spent that time with him.
Absolutely.
And you could have given a solution. Now, the Most High is the Most High. It was his time to go.
But he could have put some people in position if he wasn't so secluded.
And there was people from the church, this is years, haven't talked to him in years, who were always trying to check up on him that he just would not open up to them anymore. And so for that, it was like,
hopefully he's not going through that.
Hopefully, God, Jesus, I hope not.
Check on him.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
You might have to break it down, though.
Like, when I say
I'm blunt with my parents. I talk like this to my parents because they're like that.
Absolutely.
It's like I had the same thing happen. I can't be candid because my mom is.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah, I won't tell my mom's business, but she is my mom is a very sick individual for her age, and she's only in her 50s.
Yeah,
and I'm watching her like deteriorate. I'm watching her lose weight, and all these things, and I think the worst part, like how you said some things are inevitable, is because I've given her the information to heal.
Absolutely.
I've given her, all the remedies and everything that I can possibly find. Because I'm like, I want to save her life, but I don't have that power.
Yeah.
So it's like at some point,
she has to make that choice.
Exactly. I was about to say some people, and God rest your father's soul, but maybe that was just his choice. He was
some
like,
people choose that.
I want to go. I'm tired.
People are uncomfortable like that.
Yeah.
It's like breaking them out of their comfort zone.
Absolutely.
The same way about my family. It's just like, that's what brings them peace. That's what makes them comfort. And it's just like, why take that away from them? Like, you can't. You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make them
drink.
As long as
have you tried making the dishes, making family dinner thing on some soul food shit? Shout out to Nia.
I have, inviting her over. I put the tools in front of her, put the teas in front of her. But
she still don't give a fuck.
No.
Okay. It's okay.
But also too,
you can't just
like when she was saying that you could bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Absolutely true.
But I was gonna say that some people feel like if they know that they're sick or they feel like their time is coming, maybe that being secluded and not doing something in particular or resisting change or healing, maybe they feel like that's the last thing they actually have control of because they try to make peace with death.
Absolutely.
I don't have control over death.
For sure.
What I got from your answer was don't live in pride when it comes to your children and your family, especially as the head of a household.
Because the healing, if my dad would have done the work, and this is part of what you were saying about breaking generational curses, I'm doing the work. So my dad was seeing me do it, but even part of his pride was just like, ugh, that just looks like it's so, you know what I'm saying? It just looks like it's so hard. It just looks like I have to undo so much. And they come from a different generation.
We're in the information age. We have way more resources.
For sure. But I feel like even after my dad passed, my mom is trying to do the work now, and because what happened to my dad, for sure.
She's trying.
Yeah, she's trying.
I have a question.
No, I'm sorry, bro.
It's not funny, but I'm going through that exact same thing, and I'm seeing it, and it's just like, because I had a pet that I was really close to that died, I'm knowing how to grieve. How to grieve is its own podcast.
Man.
But you do have to, as a human, figure out how to deal with loss. Not just loss of life, but money,
anything,
relationship. If you don't, I don't know what that does, but what it took me through a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, the enemy will use that to
went
wreck
pure dark.
you.
Like I almost lost my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like that's
what it comes
you have to learn to
after.
grieve. Yeah,
I knew that was an
100%.
attack anyway, for sure.
I'm
And when you
learning
know
right
it's
now.
an attack, you deal with it better.
I would have never, like, if I wasn't saved, oh man, I probably would have
100%.
crashed.
I would have fucked some
I
people.
was
up.
would have
attacked.
crashed
I
out,
almost
but-
did not come. I was dealing with sex. So
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to grieve. I just found out, like, you know, my grandma has stage 4 cancer, and it spread to every organ, while also simultaneously learning that I was emotionally manipulated
Yeah.
for years.
It always comes in
The
fucking
warfare
parts.
is
So it's like I'm still learning how to, like, because this is the first time I'll be losing someone who is real close to me. This is my grandma who believed in my music, who believed in me, who told me to go out my shell, who told me I'm different from everybody. Like this is my grandma who's like sees like you're it.
encouraging.
No, but actually, man, what?
Thank you.
And I know that's an attack for sure, because the enemy will only come for the person that
and
It's helping.
is helping move you forward.
And I'm scared because I don't know who I will be once this all, because I could see myself just shutting down, like just going.
That is why you lean on your soul tribe.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You
Stop
keep
being so
becoming who
fucking
you know
independent.
you are.
Absolutely, man. What? Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm getting back out here now, y'all.
You have
As you
kids,
should.
right?
You keep putting it.
Yes, you do.
That shit.
Oh, one.
You don't
Okay,
know,
you
you
have
keep
one.
putting the air.
I'm going to
No,
let,
not multiple.
I'm going to let you two lead it because I can only speak from the conversation of
Being the kid.
theoretically, basically, idealistically.
Diddy,
but you have children.
To us.
Right.
We were talking about it off camera. I feel like you cannot raise a kid in modern day Babylon because of the amount of media propaganda in the public school system that's telling them to be everything other than a child of God.
Right.
Chase money, chase women. If it's girls, chase
emotional
men.
highs.
Chase
Right.
emotional highs. Chase dopamine, vanity. Chase everything other than your relationship with the Most High.
Right.
I feel like the best option is to raise a child in a country where its government is not trying to fuck its citizens with, because there's other places where those GMOs are banned. There's other places
That's
where
true.
the public school system, it doesn't
I got
charge you for college, so you can get a
For
trade. So you can get a trade or a skill. There are
Yep,
places
go to college
that
for
are
free, all
not
the
as fucked
things.
up as
Yeah.
America.
I have
Yes,
a question.
they are.
It's the most military protected place, so we can't get invaded per se. But like, it's other that protection is not worth what
It's
they're
not
doing
worth what they're
to
doing
the
from
children
the
of
I have a
God.
question.
For sure.
So would you can answer it down. I want to ask the people with the children, but what's your question?
Oh, so my question is, I just want to know, like, why are we allowing the government to raise our children when, if we know where we come from, if we have the information, if we could homeschool our own kids, if we actually know common law, if we know how to own our own land here and actually become what we need to become and get our own tribe, why are we not being?
Can you save that? Because I want to
Because-
respond to you directly because we were having that conversation.
Yeah, I do too.
How? You have children. You can't be proactive. You have to be reactive. How do you two plan to raise up children in modern day Babylon without them being indoctrinated by the bullshit they turning men into women, women into men? How do you plan on doing that? I'll be right back.
I lead by example, and I keep 100 with her. I don't sugarcoat shit.
Okay, and for me personally, like I said, being a stay-at-home mom, I have the opportunity and the luxury, thankfully, to be able to watch my baby from here. So everything that's going into her mind, everything that's going into her spirit, her thoughts, I got first dibs.
Right.
And it's so important.
Baby.
And I just think that as a culture, as Black women, we are pushed into this hyper dependency, so that way we don't have partners to lean on.
Absolutely.
So that way we're forced to have to go out and
Just
be
like
that
you were
man
saying.
and be
just like you were saying, weighed down by all the problems,
be
all the
away from our
issues.
children.
Absolutely.
They want that because your children are literally, when they say the future, it's not cliche
It's
for
not,
a reason.
like, it sounds cute, but like,
yeah,
actually.
but in reality,
Yeah.
everything that child can be, the potential of them is great. It has a potential to be godlike from birth,
Absolutely.
depending on what you pour into that
Absolutely.
child.
Yes, ma'am. What?
So the fact that I have that opportunity, I said I'm not gonna squander that.
Yeah.
I take honor, I take pride in that. Like,
Absolutely.
that's
I
my
love
most
that.
important
Absolutely.
mission. Before I'm even worried about anything, outside of my family, like her mind, her spirit, what she is paying attention to, that is my focus. Like, that's my, and
it goes back to the pride thing that he was saying about, like, well, that he was explaining of what I was saying. Putting your pride down for these kids is exactly that. Like, it's no longer, I think it's really
about you.
It's no longer about you anymore. And these people who are having kids unplanned and all this, you know, in this situation, it's so hard for them to let that go because, I was only 16 and I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. And I don't think people understand that, as much as cliche as it is to be like, okay, you should wait. You should try and wait. It's important. It's instrumental and intentional that God said this, because he knew if you spent that time working on yourself, learning to be your best self, like growing and developing, letting go of the broken parts of you, you have all the free hand to be like, okay, baby, it's all about you right now. Me and daddy are going in and we're raising you to be the best person you can be until you are out of our hands.
Lord didn't want unhealed people
to be
do the upbringing of children. It's not supposed to be that way. He didn't want things that weren't whole to bring up children, which is why he say make it a union, get married spiritually before you have these children. And even I didn't abide by that, but as somebody who is mature now, who is on my walk of God, on in my journey now, I see the why. I understand why. Even before, like, you know, I love my partner, but the reason why that relationship didn't work out, I know it's layered, but I understand the fundamentals of God that could have held that union together.
Could have held it together.
Were not put in place.
Yes, and I think people don't understand that it's bigger than your grandma just told you not to have sex. You know, it's way deeper than that. It's so spiritual.
Yeah, this goes exactly back to what you was saying, like about like as a parent, you are your child's either abuser or you are their
first example of God,
or first example of God. So it's just like, it's not,
she's like,
it's not the government, it's not social media. It's like, you have to, this is why I don't have children right now. I can't they play a part, but we are the children who they first
as a
see.
child of God are stronger than any government will ever be.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that's why I was saying it's not the government and the sex and all that was going on. It's us, because if we who is teaching our children? If we not
are you operating from your highest self?
That goes back to what she was saying. That's why you don't have children if you're not aware of yourself.
Absolutely.
If you don't know who you are. What do you have to pour into your child?
At the same time, I'm sorry, you were not an accident. So even though they weren't ready, but you have to be here.
This being, of course, you're not.
You in general.
They just did the timing. Anything that's God is intentional about time.
So listen,
but
we got right. So that shit deep.
But like,
it goes back to what he was actually saying. Like, okay, we actually chose to be here, but this also goes. I was also tying into when he said you can't raise children in Babylon, but it goes back to like, I chose to. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna be honest.
You chose to.
So it's like, it goes back to like, we chose to be here, but that does not negate that because I chose to be here and the world is crap, that means that I shouldn't be raised to where I chose to be here, where I chose that where my soul is going to be here, because regardless, we all came here to learn a lesson. So regardless if my parents aren't even fully aware, I still came here because I needed that lesson. Regardless.
You're a healer.
I just want to piggyback off of like being a healer and everything that you said. When we talk about the wholeness, right, and we talk about bearing the children, having the children, we cannot forget that the reason that is also spiritually important is because the whole time that baby's in your womb, what are you carrying? What are you passing down before that baby even gets here? So a lot of
what
us
are you consciously consuming?
Yes,
no, literally.
We will literally make excuses and say, I did this, whatever. I know we fall victim to temptation, all the things. I can say I done it. But what I'm saying is I didn't understand how, at the time, how fundamental it was to, when they say protect your space when that child is in the womb, be conscious of what you're consuming. It's because I'm passing all that down from the moment of
all
conception.
of it from the moment of conception.
Yeah, and it's
you're one mind. That's
and if I would have known that, I would have just did that journey so different.
No, for sure. There are people who, have had babies and they were going through turmoil while they were pregnant, right? And then as soon as the baby comes out, it's such the baby's the baby's bad and they have such a bad attitude. No, that was incubating everything you were around when you were pregnant.
What's the E word? I don't know. Okay, so the man's semen stays with the woman for life, and evolves the DNA.
Imprinting.
Yes.
So if the man is off point and inseminates a woman, and she's off point, and that child shares one mind,
Yeah.
cooked.
And the
Basically,
placenta
you're mixing a recipe.
Yeah.
is
the
90